Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I basically did an intro and I was like saying, I was like, bro, that is not professional, so I gotta redo this intro real quick. So hey guys, hi. So I just want to go over yesterday and then today, right? But like I told you guys, right, yesterday we had this, right? And then I told you guys possibility of the bounce from here, regaining, reclaiming the liquidity from here, or uh, building liquidity, and then forming this. So ultimately, what happened was it happened exactly like yesterday's video. I told you guys, right? We had this beautiful rejection, but when you have these type of situations, you typically want to see the market build liquidity, right? Because guess what? When we drop here, look at this risk to look at this purple, right? So you are essentially not building enough liquidity for the big drop, right? And when you don't have enough pressure built up, right, you will the buyers will be buying this up, right? Especially at this support algo, right? So we could have seen a fall, right, initially if we just built enough liquidity, right, and then fell, right? But that wasn't the case. So that's very important to note, right? And that's why we bounced, right? And market basically wanted to build more liquidity, right? Which is exactly what happened as well, right? So we retested 5-day, 20-day, right? Amazing. I told you guys when how the market moves is very predictable, guys. We will always move with the moving averages, right? So the 20-day retest was coming, the 5-day retest was coming, and now this just paints a clear picture, right? 5 days gonna keep moving down with price. 5 days eventually gonna cross 50-day, right? And that's essentially 5 days probably gonna move down, and then we're gonna have this right shoulder off of 5-day, and then push down with it, right? So maybe that's a move we see on Friday. Who knows? But tomorrow, just pay attention, right? We could just either build the liquidity to keep pushing down, but if we're headed down, I'd most likely say Friday is where we'd see it, right? The 50-day, 5-day coming right here, a beautiful right shoulder, and then pushing down, right? Price with it, right? So that's if we see that. Also, possibility can also happen where we just basically, right? I'm gonna draw the algos out for you guys, but this is a very, very high probability where we just essentially left shoulder, head, beautiful right shoulder right here, and then keep pushing up, right? And then close this cup right here, then have this handle, right? And then keep pushing up from there, right? So that's still a possibility that can still happen. So it's important that we look out for that. It just depends on if there's harmony across the markets or any type of fears, etc. We'll know. But just let it reveal itself and just trade as structure demands. You aren't rushing anything. You aren't being impatient, right? But essentially, right, like I said in the 5-minute, well, you'll see if we're headed down, left shoulder, head, right shoulder right here, and the right shoulder, 50-day will be right here, 5-day will be right here. So we're going to have a beautiful right shoulder off both. So that's the confirmation to take the trade short, right? And then, of course, also paying attention to this, right? Left shoulder, head, beautiful right shoulder right here. Close this cup right here, and then handle, right? So handle, and then left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then keep pushing up, right? Keep pushing up, right? And then, yeah, so it just depends. The deeper we build liquidity, the better if we are headed up, right? Or if you have enough buying, we break up above yellow tapering. So it just depends. Honestly, this is just depends, okay, guys? That's my answer for everything, but I'm just gonna draw this algo out for you guys so you don't think I'm a BSer. Right, so we need to see pretty much left shoulder, beautiful, right shoulder right here of some sort. Depends, right? Right here, right shoulder, right? Depends how deep the market wants to go, how deep the market wants to build liquidity. But I also want to go over the trades, right? The initial trades today. I just spent a lot of time talking, but initial trades today, right? You could have honestly taken this trade off of the 50-day, left shoulder head, right shoulder off of 50-day, all the way up to the tapering TO, which I told you guys was the resistance, right? Then even shorting it, right? There was an opportunity to short left shoulder head, right shoulder right here, all the way down, protect that 50-day, of course, and then protect that purple, right? So that's two trades there. And then also you could have taken the trade back up, and I'll show you the trade by essentially left shoulder head, right shoulder, beautiful right shoulder right here, and then all the way back up to 5-day, right? So yeah, let me show you that in the 1 minute. So first trade, right, left shoulder, head, beautiful right shoulder right here, and then you can notice that we are essentially forming these microstructures, right? So take it off the 50-day as all you want, take it off the 50-day right here, right? So it's pretty easy trade to take all the way to TO, right? And you are guided by this green buying, controlled buying algo, right? So if you had a good risk to reward, right? Like the entries right here were amazing. Even that entry right here was amazing towards the risk to reward. Look at this reward to the risk is very minimal, right? Let me even show you guys the risk to reward, what I'm talking about. So your essential risk is, well, target would be whatever, top of the channel, right? So you have a risk reward of six. So for every dollar you're risking, oh sorry, you're bound, well, I don't know how to explain. So yeah, so you're risking $1 to make $6.62, right? So essentially that's what it is. And who wouldn't take that, right? And it just makes sense, right? So it just makes sense. It's all even a 5, right? Anything above, I believe a 3 is amazing. But yeah, so these are like the trade setups, right? Even like the short right here. Oh, I didn't even talk about the short yet, right? So beautiful short right here, right after we tested teal, right? Obvious rejection, right? Left shoulder head, then beautiful right shoulder, microstructure, left shoulder head, right shoulder off of here, and then what you notice is the volume coming up, right? So that was an amazing short to take all the way down, right? Got it down, and then look at that purple, right? Bounces perfectly on purple. And yeah, so that's pretty much that whole portion. And then we go later in the day, and you see the white algo right here, right? So essentially what's so important here is the left shoulder, head, and then this right shoulder, you see left shoulder, head, and then beautiful right shoulder. Well, this could be purplish, actually. I'm gonna make this for, well, I already used purple button. I'll just leave this white. Oh, frick. Let me just remove these. Let me just redraw it right here. I'll just leave these purple for now, right? So in this left shoulder, head, right shoulder off of white that you could see, and then this beautiful, amazing big candle that came up, right? And that's pretty predictable because essentially, okay, so first of all, I'm gonna go back. Actually, I'm gonna backtrack. So when you're right here, right, if we saw that continuation up, right, in yesterday's video I told you guys what would be the scenario, right? You have to see volume increasing, but you can see here the volume decreased. So obvious sign of a rejection, right? No continuation, but I want to show you guys what happened here. So that the volume is increasing, right? So from 132, the volume increased, then 230. Look at this big volume spike, right? So it's very, it gives you very confidence, or when you understand the volume reference with this, it gives you very good confidence, and like I said in yesterday, very good confidence to enter these trades, right? Um, and understanding that, right? Understanding the context as well, that this was the market probably would dig a bit deeper, especially because we are now within this algorithm we activated. Uh, right, so right, so we activated this algorithm, which is pretty key. So what we would usually see is a left shoulder head, right? Um, Especially because this is in the teal, so understanding the context of what I'm just gonna, I'll make you cry when I run away. So understanding the context of the left shoulder, right? So and then the head, right, which would form right here, a right shoulder right here, um, and then the right shoulder and closing this inverse cup right here, and then forming a micro left shoulder head, right shoulder right here, and then testing down, right? So that's the scenario I see coming if we are headed down. So that's what's to pay attention for. But it just depends where we go tomorrow, and then on Friday we'll probably get that continuation up or down. So tomorrow we should get some clarity, and that well, tomorrow, look out for tomorrow's video, right, guys? So yeah, anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. I hope you guys had a good week so far. I told you guys beginning Monday that we were gonna have a good week. It's been a great week. I hope you guys were patient, traded with structure, and just yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.